All right, guys. Quick video. I'm on the cuff here, but I just posted something on Facebook, and I'm going to post this on Facebook. So minimal ships now. So the problem with the largely the original fleet, and then he's obviously got his planes there that um, could kill. But what I was thinking about what is the actual cost of getting one of these guys into Eurasia? If the actual cost is that you have to build these guys in order to put one troop on the ground, isn't it cheaper to just buy one of these guys? It's going to get them there faster. Um, it's obviously it. I'm not, like I said, I'm not assuming that there aren't transports and there aren't I think this is down here, transports and stuff in the Navy, and the subs, and occasionally buying stuff. But I'm saying that we're spending a lot of money to get something like some artillery onto the land, and the actual cost of the artillery is the artillery plus the transport. So, and then when the situation gets a little bit better for the Allies, just a little, obviously those things are useless. You've attained naval supremacy. You shift gears, and the very things which projected power and did succeed in getting you naval supremacy are now completely useless to the prosecution of the war, in some senses, whereas air bases and airplanes would not be. So I'm not saying that there's no need for. I'm only suggesting that the real cost of an infantryman. Now, what if you just do what I know happened in World War II, and that's just you send a transport, and the transport goes, for instance, from East Coast, goes to Iceland. You've got your air base, you've got your bombers. Any of us shipping, you're gonna tangle with it because you have an increased air force. And yeah, he can scramble his fighters, but doggone it, you've got so many fighters here that he's not going to do that. So, so instead of the ships in the water, you've got airplanes that are going to launch against 112, or bombers that'll launch against 113, and you're ready to scramble, and you're ready for their scramblers because you've got so many. Lone transport, unsupported by most Navy, Iceland, Norway. Okay. Air base in Gibraltar. And because you just have a ship there, a transport, and two men, you lose it. It's somewhat cheap, and he gets to scramble four fighters. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there that our vaunted allied navies, which are decreasing our units on the board, increasing our total unit value, but decreasing our units on the board, if changed to reliance on air bases, reliance on the ships you begin the game with, reliance on transports to take just one shots. Because how efficient are you in your transport? Um, Shucking. A lot of times, I'll get transports up here. Well, that took one, that took two, and then to get them back onto Europe by turn 6, turn 7 is work, and that kind of late game, the game, especially a tabletop game, is going to be over by then, or close to over. Could make a difference, and I haven't figured out the shuck, except for obviously Spain would be the incredible shuck, but that doesn't happen because it doesn't seem worth it. All right, so just letting you know, summarize it one more time. I'm saying that yes, the Navy have at the beginning, yes, subs, yes, transports that are unescorted, but an increase in aircraft. All right, And I've wondered whether or not that might be an effective sea lion defense, is that if you build a destroyer and 2 planes there, and then instead of destroying the Italians, yeah, I know that's its own issue. I'm trying to deal with the sea lion thing. You buy 2 planes and a destroyer, and then you bring the plane from. He's got to build a fleet, but it's got to be a pretty good sized fleet with a because you can hit it and you can hurt it. And by the way, turn 1, turn 2, you'd be taking out the German subs with your destroyers, because then he has no fodder. Possible sea lion defense. All right. Hey, what's the theme in this video? No limit. The theme in this video is a small allied navy. I've always considered, or for a while now, I've considered the Navy, especially the escort stuff, to be like chemotherapy, necessary for the survival, but as little as possible. And so I actually feel like I've done a really good job of, like, this is not much of a new Navy. This is upgraded cruisers, 2 aircraft carriers, and destroyers and subs, which I think are really useful. So I really, this is this is a the Japanese had nobody in the North Pacific, but and so there are opportunities where you could um, where you unescorted transports could actually get into good positions. What about if we sailed around the Horn? I wonder what that would take. Just an idea out of my head. 1, 2, 3. If we own that naval base, 1, 2, 3. That's not great. 1, 2. What is this? I wonder. I'd have to look at the board. Anyways, that's the idea. No limit is as little Navy as possible. I also asked the question, what is the true cost of getting one of these guys onto Eurasia? It's not $3, because it could be half of $3.5, $6.50, or if you need to buy a battleship to go with it, now you're up to $16.50 for each infantry landing. So what's the true cost of landing troops in Eurasia? And I'm saying it's mostly done by unescorted transports, air bases, the Navy you started with, and planes. All right, guys, I got to go get a haircut, drink some coffee, and respond to my daughter.